Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to Surface Series. I'm your host, Jordan Ashay. This is j.sprays, and today we're going to a minor league baseball field. That's right, we're going to the Inland Empire 66ers, based out of San Bernardino, California. Now, if you haven't heard of San Bernardino, California, it's more inland, as you can hear in the name, Inland Empire. Inland Empire is a region in Southern California that's east of Orange County, LA, and there's a lot of space in it, and the team that we're going to go paint for today is in that space, obviously. So the Inland Empire 66ers, they're named after route, however you say it, 66. And they were created in 1941. They were originally the Anaheim Aces, and if you don't know who the IE 66ers are right now, they are a minor league team for the Angels. They're the high A team, I do believe, maybe low A. I know they're one of the single A teams, and they adopted their name in 2003. So they weren't originally, like I said, they weren't originally the 66ers, but in 2003, somebody decided that it was a good idea to name themselves after the highway rather than the Aces. I don't know where the Aces came from, but that's what they are. They are the low A affiliate for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Should be California Angels, Anaheim Angels. Just shouldn't be Los Angeles Angels, because I'm from Orange County, which is south of LA. I live in Los Angeles County, and LA's huge. But, I mean, the Angels, they decided to adopt the name Los Angeles Angels a while ago, and it's silly, but that's what it is. And I'm wearing a suit today because I feel like it, or my suit jacket, and that's just what it is. But back to the team, back to the 66ers. They have a mascot, Red Dinosaur. His name's Bernie. Cool guy. They play at San Manuel Stadium in San Bernardino. San Manuel is a big casino out there, a lot of money, enough to name themselves, or enough to name a minor league field after them. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So going to the stadium, it was my first time there. I've lived somewhat near it my entire life, and I do say it was actually a pretty cool stadium. I don't know what you think of when you think of a low A team or a minor league team in general, but it's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of these places, they have a lot of character, and it's not like a major league team or a major league stadium. A lot of these where you walk in and it's just this massive place with all these stores and everything. And no, it's more like, if you're familiar with the college summer league, it's more similar to that. And I'd say it's adjacent. It's pretty close to like that same type of experience vibe, whatever you want to call it. And I enjoy it. So going to like these stadiums, it's fun to me. So I drove in through the back gate where the grounds crew's at, going to help them paint, and got to walk in through the outfield. And when I got there, the season hadn't started yet. We were just putting the logo down for the first time of the year. And so it was a fun thing to do. It was fun to see that blank canvas and really just put in the logo for the first time since the last season, and couldn't see it at all. We'll get to it pretty shortly, but it was a fun thing to do, and it's cool to know that like at places like this, at a minor league stadium, minor league team, that like not too long before that, you had some big names that came from there. A lot of the time, these guys that play in the major leagues, they got to work their way up the ladder. Some faster than others, some in different ways than others. But, I mean, Mike Trout played for the 66ers. It's not like it's just some little scrub team. No, the guys that are in the big leagues played for these teams. Low A, high A, double A, triple A, none of it's all legit. It's real professional baseball. It's good stuff. Other Angels that you had that played for the 66ers, Jared Walsh, CJ Crone, Kole Calhoun, Eric Ibar. I have some guys that I grew up watching. I grew up an Angels and a Dodgers fan. That's what it is. Hate me for it. I don't care. But that's what it is. That's what it is. And, I mean, you had big names that have come through there, and I'm sure some of the guys on the team right now will be a name in the MLB at some point. We'll see. Time will tell. But it's It's a cool thing to go do. It's just a different vibe. I love it. And I say it's time for us to get to the video. So we're starting here with the stencil down. As you can see, we are not using paint machines like we may usually do. Today we're using paint rollers. And the reason we're doing that is because I did not have the ability to bring my paint machine that day. They didn't have one. And so we figured let's just use some rollers. Why not? There's no problem with it because it's going to turn out looking pretty good anyway. Now, this is one of the more complicated logos. It has 4 colors. You saw the baby blue trim. Gray is the bulk of it. That's pretty much what the letters in the logo are filled in with. And then we have the black as an outline and an orange as an outline to the outline. So, pretty big logo, pretty colorful, and I'm not going to say complicated, but somewhat detailed logo. And to be honest, I don't quite understand. I wish I got to know a little bit as to how this logo became the logo for the team, because it is the IE, and you'll be able to see it pretty soon. But it spells IE. That part makes sense. But then you have a wrench coming out the top and the bottom of it, and that's the gray part. I don't quite understand why there's a wrench. Maybe that's not for me to know. Maybe that's for you to find out. Maybe that's for me to find out and let you know later. I don't know, but that's just what it is, and it looks pretty cool. But whoever decided to come up with this logo, I don't know if they were bored, if they were feeling creative, or what, but they did a good job for what they were trying to go for, I do say. But anyway, now you see us putting down the gray, the blue trim right there. So we're using paintbrushes and paint rollers for this. And I do say it was my first time, I believe, first or second time using the paint rollers for a full logo. And it turned out looking good. So you see me, so tag team this with my buddy Michael. Michael, he works for the 66ers. We grew up together. We've lived right across the street from each other for most of our lives since we were born, pretty much. So we grew up together, played baseball together when we were young, played against each other in high school, and then even played together in college. So we both grew up playing baseball. We both grew up taking care of baseball fields, and I started working in football, working in painting, and he started working in baseball during college. I think both of us started doing this during college, and look where we are now. Now I'm coming out to help his field getting ready. He works alongside or under the head groundskeeper there, Cubby, and I gotta say one thing about those two guys, that they're doing a great job. It wasn't their field going into or coming out of the last season. There were other people there, and I don't know what the situation of the field was like before them, but I do got to say that it seemed like there was a lot of work they had to do to get it to where it was, to get ready for the beginning of the season. And at that point, they had been doing a great job. Like, I don't think they had enough time to just completely bring it back at the point that I was there, which was about a month out of season. But by the time season started, it was looking phenomenal. It was looking great. The grass was dialed in, infield's dialed in, outfield. I mean, they had, when I got there, they were even having irrigation problems. Yeah. There was irrigation that had been buried under the field for I don't know how long, like years, that they didn't even know where it was. And so they had to find that, which that's the first time I've seen anything like that. That grass had grown over the old irrigation and just completely covered. You would not have been able to find it without popping the irrigation on. I don't know why it hadn't been run before. Not too sure, but they figured it out. No relationship. They had to dig into the warning track to do it, and so a lot of work. I mean, I've mentioned before, working on baseball fields is no joke. Like, this
and the field is probably
a lot of work, and
his like escape.
These guys do an incredible job. So back to the painting. I mean, you see us filling in the black. That's the outline of the logo. Outline before the last outline. So like I said, I mean, whoever made this logo, you did a good job. I guess you did what you were probably wanting to do, is make a cool, complicated logo. So I don't know what your goal was with this. You could have used one less color. You could have used not a wrench. I don't really know, but that's the way it is. That's the way it looks like. And I was glad to be able to paint this, because getting into baseball season is always exciting to me. I'm a baseball fan. And like to finally be a part of a team, because I used to do it, and it's been a while since I've been in baseball, so it was good to be back, to be part of getting a field ready in one way or another for a professional season. So I'm just glad that I was able to go along, see how those guys have been doing it, meet one of them, and pretty much just see like the work that they've been putting in, because this stuff is awesome. Like I've said before, it's a work of art. The logo painting, obviously, that is a work of art, and it's fun to do. It's beautiful.
And I had it so loud I couldn't
But
hear shit
just
around
getting
me.
a field ready,
All I hear
for baseball at the quality it deserves.
Really?
I mean,
You're
these guys have
listening
been
to
getting perfect scores, and if you don't know what that means, they get ranked by the opposing teams, players, coaches, umpires, and whoever else it may be, for how the season or how the field plays, and many different factors. I won't pretend to know. I won't pretend like I know everything that they get graded on, but these guys have been getting great scores, and so I applaud them for it.
Of course.
Because it's not easy to do.
but-
So back to this logo, we're almost done with it. It's looking great, looking phenomenal, and you can just see how it turns out. I mean, it complements this field so well. I love the way that it looks. I love being able to see the logo and the work that I put into it alongside others. It wasn't just me, but I love being able to see the work that I put into it on a beautiful surface. I mean, the surface is the number one most important part, like we've talked about. Like the logo painting, obviously incredible. Like I love doing it. I absolutely love seeing these teams put their logos, get creative with it, all of it. But just to see the grass mowed in a certain way, to see the infield looking good, and just it looking ready for baseball. And like I said, there's still time before the season even started for this field. So it probably, if you ask them at the time, a lot of groundskeepers don't really compliment themselves too well. So I'm sure if you ask them at the time, they'd probably been a little critical of how they felt it was. But nonetheless, it was just about time to really dial the field in for season. They're still getting parts of the grass back from the last season, and I don't know. I personally believe that they've done an incredible job, and I hope I get out there to a game. It's pretty far. I mean, I had to go to San Bernardino for this, and that was like a 2-hour drive, and it's hot. It's hot. I'm used to more like beachy weather nowadays. Now that I have integrated a little more to that, and it was a 30-degree difference. I mean, you go out to San Bernardino, it's like the desert pretty much. I think it was like 93 degrees there in April, and I got back home and it was like 63 the same day. It wasn't like it was getting dark. It wasn't getting late in the day. It was just hot over there. And 93, you might be in Arizona or something like that and thinking like, oh, 93, you're complaining about 93? What a fucking pussy. 93 is hot. 93 is hot. 63 is not. And whatever, complain. Listen to me complain. I will, because I like being in cooler weather. But anyway, I'm not going to shy away from the hot weather, because I get to go out there, paint a logo, look at a beautiful field, and be a part of their opening day. Well, not their opening day, but preparation for it in one way or another. I love going to see these different fields. Anybody who is willing to invite me to their field, I will always love to go and try to make it work as best as possible, communicate with you. Always feel free to reach out to me, especially if you take care of one of these fields or if you know somebody that does that deserves recognition, because I want to go out and shine light on every single field that I possibly can, talk about and show the work that everybody does behind the scenes in sports, not just groundskeepers, greenskeepers, but anybody else that's involved with sports. I want to show what you or they do. All right. So if anybody wants or knows anyone who deserves some recognition, or any fields or crews that deserve some recognition, or that you're interested in seeing, let me know. Comment. I want to see what you guys are thinking. I want to go see every single field in the country, in the world at some point. Is that possible? No. I'm going to try to do it, though. So let me know. Tell me if you have any suggestions, if you want to be featured on the show, if you just want to send me a picture of your field because you think it looks good or you're proud of it. I love it. I love everything in sports that goes into it. And whether it's taking care of a field, player, coach, and all other departments in sports, social media even, all of it, I'm interested. So welcome and thank you again to tuning into Surface Series, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is j.sprays, Jordan O'Shea, your host, and welcome, or thank you again for watching Surface Series. And like I said, I'll see you again next week.